I think we only dropped one game the entire time.
It's ridiculous, and I'm
And the game we dropped was close even, I think.
no. The game we dropped was turn 3 Savage Knuckleblade, turn 4 Bellowing Saddle Brute, and we went,
Right.
this is over.
March the four fours. Four power dudes.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's why Kaz broke it up into highlights rather than keeping it in full.
No, the one on YouTube is full. It's the
Oh,
entirety.
really? Okay, he did put the full there. All
He
right.
put the full draft up on YouTube because I told him to.
Okay, fair enough. I look, that was probably the greatest draft in
That
quite a
was.
while.
It had elements of forcing Storm to it.
Hmm.
It also had elements of running the Kiln Fiend deck, which no one has ever gotten to do on stream,
Yeah,
because that's what everyone tries to do in that format is force Kiln Fiend.
it really was the Kiln Fiend deck because it had what 5 prowess creatures out
Hmm.
of its 7 prowess out of its 7 guys.
The one time it had 8 guys. The eighth guy was basically a Bloodfire expert that's been
Prowess.
prowessed. I will link the draft for you,
This,
Francium and CaliCast. Friend of the show, my name is Kaz.
Kaz.
Forced,
Goblins. Well, you'll see.
yeah,
I would take a look. Myself and Kaz were. This was the third draft of the night, and we wanted to finish off the rest of his packs.
okay, Burnhead beat me to it, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
nobody respected Bloodfire Expert until this draft. Everybody looked at his one toughness and said no. But Bloodfire, I knew Bloodfire Expert was cool. And, like, I
I
hope maybe this has changed your mind maybe about Jeskai Wind Scout.
see. Here's like, you don't understand. Like, I get okay. Jeskai Windscout is no like Scaldkin to me. It's not like I hate the damn card. I hate Scaldkin. Jeskai Windscout, like major respect, but it's just
Okay, there's only one card in the entire
set
set that
that
makes it worse. That makes it worse than Windrake.
I know.
One.
But that like Sage Eye Harrier
And
is gonna kick my ass anytime.
It is Sage Eye Harrier, and you know what Sage Eye Harrier? What makes Wind Scout win that fight? Super, freaking Defiant Strike.
You don't
With
win
Defiant, you get a
the 4-2. It doesn't win the fight.
right doesn't win the fight. I was thinking of yeah, but anyways,
Divine Strike still owns in that guy.
yeah. So like, you could very easily make your Wind Scout just eat the Sage Eye Harrier if you have like mana open and free spells.
Like I freaking like okay, Muda lost.
So we're fighting the Tinabomb.
But yeah, like I absolutely respect the card, but it's just kind of come up every time I'm like thinking about it. I don't have it that as high on the pick order, I guess. I would much rather have like Master of the Way as far as an unblockable guy or Master of the
Yeah,
Hidden Way.
Master of the Hidden Way is a really strong dude. And then you have things like Jeskai Student and stuff, which win fights a lot better.
Yep.
But I would say that
Evasion is super important in this format.
yeah,
though.
depending on your deck, Bloodfire Expert and Jeskai Wind Scout sort of fit the same role as a higher powered dude with prowess. The difference being Bloodfire Expert is more power and demands that you have removal, like spot removal.
Mm-hmm.
Jeskai Student has a point less and doesn't.
Yep.
Or demands you have less.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was really happy that the prowess game came together though, just because
Wanted to see it work.
we'd been theorizing on prowess
Yeah.
game being viable, and then all of a sudden the 8 creature deck is or 7 creature deck is how it works.
Yeah.
Like,
Really though, man, that deck could have lost so easily by just never drawing a creature. Like it could win with one creature, which was super important. And the only reason it really worked was because of how slow the format is.
yeah,
Like playing Bloodfire Expert on 3 was like what you wanted. Because that meant your opponent was still had like a tap land, could play a morph. Didn't matter. You kill the morph, you do something, you attack through.
all right.
And then when you do start playing, you want to gamble? Hell yeah, we do.
I'm in. I'm in.
If we can draw a black
The reason I'm keeping this is because So a large percentage of my deck is on.
Yeah. We need to. That Black Source turns this on so hard. Like, if we top deck Swamp, we still don't play it, but. Okay, plays. That makes his hand a lot better.
Yeah.
Anyways, Air of the Wild.
Yeah,
Our,
Air of the
our,
Wild.
our opponent's thinking about it. Do I force a will this or negation pact or negation pact this,
Do it,
please.
please. Pack. Oh my god.
Back to negation.
What's Leaping Master?
Yeah, Leaping Master.
How do I attack into that?
It's going to be a while before Air of the Wilds eats it.
The other problem is, like, I think Air of the Wilds might do a little more on defense here because, like, my hand just doesn't have the tools to be aggressive. aka any spells I don't have.
Yeah.
Them.
So we got an O5 that'll force our opponent to either play a morph or spend his turn jumping his Leaping Master.
Yeah, which is what I'm looking for. But
Yeah, if he does that, then great, grand, wonderful.
yeah,
Worst thing he could do would be like play a slow land. That'd be a little lame.
yeah. Once again, thinking real hard on this Archer's Parapet.
Ah. The swirly.
Mm-hmm.
That Archer's Parapet is summoning sick. He's got a.
Yo, give me the land before this gets out of control.
Swamp would be rather good. 'Cause we got the wall in place. He's going to keep outlasting that shit.
Or make plays on curve, but Death Frenzy eats those plays on curve. So
Now here's a question with the Death Frenzy. Do we attack with the Air of the Wilds or not? Because we can gain the life if we don't, and if he doesn't chump, but he also might smell a trick and like just take the hit.
mm-hmm.
I guess it depends if Einok Bondkin is leveled or not. Okay, it's leveled, so.
This game's going nowhere extremely fast. I've managed to draw 2 black spells followed up by land. So,
Okay, so level here is worst
Bad.
he could do.
Mm-hmm. That was a greedy keep on my part.
It kind of would, but it was also a relatively safe keep.
Well, my thought was literally just like I should be able to draw any spell in my deck and be able to cast it, but like apparently all the spells in my deck are that's untrue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So. No, second outlast doesn't like win him the game. It's not that bad. Like I still have Archer's Parapet that can block it. He needs to actually produce something. He has like 2-color aggro though. Like these are
My prediction was correct.
prowess. Okay.
Okay, now the Einok Bondkin is a problem. Or is it? Can we just do that?
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking how this pans out. Like 2 on air and 3 on Mardu Hateblade. Spread the love.
Yeah, maybe spread the love. The problem is Einok Bondkin still has a stop when that happens.
Huh?
It's like the 5/4 first strike. Well, we can never go past that. Like Air of the Wilds becomes a 5/5, which still isn't good enough. So
Okay.
yeah,
All right. So put 2 on that, 3 on air.
like the 3/3. It's also Mardu Hateblade probably better as like a second Air of the Wilds if we can draw the black.
Am I
Yeah.
gonna attack with that? Yes.
Yeah, he gets the pump because of himself.
Mm-hmm. So he's gonna make that trade, which is why that was the reason I kind of wanted to 4 and 4. But you're right on the Einok Bondkin. That's like
Maybe you were right then to not be eaten.
like I didn't want that eating, but like I can't get. You're right. I can't get past this in any way. Oh, bring low. All right, so I am completely owned.
Oh, rip.
Yep.
You want to level up Einok Bondkin again?
Yep. Taking the hits.
I take 6. Game is by no means over, though.
The biggest issue is like I need it. I disagree.
Okay, the game's basically over now.
I 100% disagree.
We need our next draw to be a black source and then Dune Blast.
That's fair. That gets us out of the game.
Yeah, that would. I think at that point that would steal the game. Avoiding death to Trumpet Blast.
Avoiding death.
Yeah.
He actually has flat lethal if I would have let that through.
So it has to be Dune Blast here.
I'm gonna save this.
Gain Eternal Life.
Mm-hmm.
He'll also force him to Outlast again to attack over, but
He has this.
he still has like lethal attacks.
He doesn't actually need this to, or need to Outlast to get over it. He can just give a +1/+1 counter.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to be Dune Blast or bust, and then I get to keep Archer's Parapet.
Yeah. E27. They cannot attack. I guess that can chump.
It's not enough though. He can hit me for exactly 7 if he sees it. Opponent is leaving up 4 mana just for the pump things. But he should
Chief the Edge.
Yeah. He should be able to kill us here. I like that my Archer's Parapet's a 2/7.
I'd make that Kintree invocation really good. What do we got here?
It probably should just be like pumping Leaping Master or this guy, and then next turn he pumps one of these 2 twice and then kills me. That should be all he needs to do to win.
Okay.
Or he
falters us. Okay.
That does exactly the same thing. I was already dead anyway, so now I know my opponent is playing a falter.
So 2-color consistency.
Yeah,
it's a hard deck to beat.
Yeah, it beats out it makes our Wrath still good. Smite the Monstrous gets in, Kintree Warden, Mardu Hateblade. Is Death Frenzy good enough here? Probably.
Yeah, he had a lot of things that basically Einok Bondkin and the High Sentinels are the only things that don't die to it. Every single other card. Well, there was also Jeskai Student.
I think he wants to be the like aggressive deck, so he's gonna.
So Infest is probably still, even if it's just like a 2-for-1, that's probably fine.
Yeah. All right, so let's go with this.
Yeah.
Archer's Parapet's probably fine, just as a blocker.
This is a blocker.
All right.
Honestly, like Alabaster Kieran would be good too if we can actually play our things.
Right. That was the kind of spell I was hoping to draw on that curve, was like Alabaster Kieran.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well. I'll just have to.
We'll have to. It's the old matchup of stupid versus consistent. I think you can only truly always win that fight if you are both.
Then you still just like every once in a while you just lose.
Well, that's Magic,
That's
but
Magic.
I mean like in general.
Yeah, we have
Adding
stupid
enough.
power. We have a
Yeah,
lot of stupid power.
if you have stupid consistency, you are a strong person.
That's why I like this deck because it's just enough like duels that give me consistency. Like
It's still got the 3 color problem. Well, it's really got the 4 color problem, but it's stupid, but it's not the most consistent. So let's play first. Yeah.
and see this. I have to. I can't keep this. So
I don't think we can keep it. Like, it'd have to be top deck swamp. Okay. Message your opponent and offer the split.
at this point, keep.
Ah, man.
Hey, if we got consistency, we finally have all our colors.
We finally have all our colors. Maybe Archer's Parapet can also keep us alive for long enough.
I did mention that this is Magic the Gathering.
This is Magic the Gathering again.
Yeah. So. Oh well.
And that second mole wasn't even like our deck being a problem. It was the land issue.
Yeah. Well, yeah, one land. So.
You missed out, Funklamus Mosimus. There was our first round opponent was Bad Guy.
Yeah, we played Bad Guy.
We played Bad Guy, and he was a good sport.
And he's a good man.
He was a good man. Hmm.
What if I draw like land Sarkhan? How's that sound for like?
How does that sound? If I'm glad no piker on 2 makes me happy.
Right. Yes.
Wait, is he stuck on 2?
Yes. Get some.
We're going to start shooting you with the Archer's Parapet.
Leaping Master.
Leaping Master. Okay.
I will not attack into that.
It is his only creature, though.
I need another guy, though. Like, I can't.
He's probably going to leap. Or no, he wants to.
He wants to block.
The edge. Kintree Invocation, please. If we can draw the other Chief of the Edge, we can attack with Heir of the Wilds.
Okay, so he's pulling out, but he's still.
So are we, though.
Keep firing them arrows. No, I don't have double green.
Well,
we don't attack.
We don't attack.
Bring low. Okay.
Yeah.
He's pulling out.
That would have made incremental growth bad anyways.
It still resolves. But yeah.
Yeah, it still resolves, but...
Alright.
Now, do you keep that for double green, or do you crack it?
Keep it for double green. Unless he's gonna burn away. No, my wall! Fire the final missile.
Actually burn away. I've never seen that card in draft before. I recognize it as a good card, but...
I've played it in draft before. I've definitely cast that thing. What do we got? Bring low on my... My opponent is made of removal.
Now... So single piker... I think now we correct the banner. If we don't... A creature.
Confirm.
That is 1/3 of what we need to get out of this game.
Barrage of boulders to kill it. Oh my god.
Come on, Infest. Come on, Infest. I guess we play it.
Yeah, we get it out. He probably has another removal spell, though.
Probably.
Double red means he has a Summit, Summit Yeti. And then, okay. virtually worthless draw. Okay.
Mhm.
Attacks for 7. No. Yeah, 7.
Did not attack with the Leaping Master.
Must have a play to follow it up with. Another Summit Prowler.
Okay. That can kill a Summit Prowler.
Yep. Which I will do. I'm sad I couldn't just, like, kill him with it, but, you know.
Yeah.
We have no reason to keep the Grave around, right?
Yeah, this is our only Delve spell. Okay.
Okay. So Dune Blaster buzzed.
Yeah. It'd be a hella good rip, though, wouldn't it?
Rip.
Okay. Speaking of rips.
Well, that was more of a game than I expected.
Yeah, out of the Molda
Molda 4?
5? 5, 4, 4. Yeah. Our opponent's deck is not that strong, but it's removal and creatures, so it did well. Consistency.
Yeah, well...
When the Molda 4 was...
I don't like these guys, but...
I don't like them that much either, but like in his deck, they're fine.
He has 3. But anyway. Yeah.
In his deck, they're fine. In his deck, they beat us to death.
Whatever. We made it out of there with Lucre. Strong Lucre.
We could have done that, Huzzah, but it also would not have actually mattered because of the cards he used to kill our dudes. Like, the Bring Lows would have... The only thing that would have saved it would have been our Mardu Hateblade was not even around for the...
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have died to the rocks. But anyways, we got Sarkon the freaking Dragon Speaker.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's good.
I think that's... I actually have a thing to do.
Yeah, I'm good here. So thanks everybody for joining. Thanks Gnome for joining. Hope you all enjoyed the 4-color. You were dead on him being 2-color consistency after we saw every dual land in our deck.
That's what I did not think the pool could support
another
more
person
greed than
with
that.
greed. Yeah. So all right, thanks everybody.